Hey guys, so I decided I'm going to try something new today. Today I'm going to be playing a game called Cue Cards. It's basically a card game with, as it implies, it's cards, the universe, and everything. And anything that relatively exists in the real world is here, whether it's a concept, a story, food, religion, culture, history. You saw Bitcoin, so currency, historic events, all grafted and categorized by albums of art, ocean, space, life on land, history, paleontology, and science. And depending on which one you click, you can see down here, it'll have different categories for them. For me, myself, I'm actually oceans and seas main for now, just because this will service as a tip if you guys are starting out this game, which I will have a referral link below to get you guys started with a few gems and cash to buy some packs. I just went ahead and went all out on oceans and seas, saved up for whatever packs would come out that was specifically oceans and seas. And you can see right here, like, this is mythic. This is like the highest level. It's only 25% complete. So there are more. And then they're not being shown right now because I have it on got, where if I press on the middle on want, it'll show all the ones I'm missing. But yeah, this is my largest semi-completed category. I mean, I'm almost completed with sharks. There's only 2 cards that I'm missing. Sharks is probably one of the cooler sets. That's pretty much the whole reason I ended up doing this set, just for sharks originally, and then it just expanded to whatever ocean cards were available. So my current tournament deck is water deck only. There is metas and all that stuff. Mine doesn't really go alongside with that meta. My deck can still be pretty formidable, but you'll see how the game works out here. And sometimes I do get to decimate the enemies, and other times they get to decimate me. So I don't know how long I plan on making these videos for, how long this video will go on for. But yeah, there's a lot to do. There's fusion cards. So Great Barrier Reef, I've almost made this card. It's a pretty good card to make. And these are the cards you need. What else is going on here? So I'm going to hop in straight into the gameplay right now. So in this case, I want to play a league game. And I'm already at the top tier. So in tournaments, you have to beat these shields to get to the top. I'm already at the top. Don't really care if I win or lose at this point. The tournament ends tomorrow for week 92. And these prizes, 250 gems, 20,000 coins, and some limited cards are going to be my prizes. That's really what I'm here for that prize. Here is my main deck, called it Piston Cup, because I recently watched Cars. My setup is a little janky right now. It's pretty casual. I'm just in my room. I don't know how much noise this is going to pick up, so I apologize about that. There is volume in this game. Let me turn it up the sound effects so you guys can get a feel for it. I won't leave the music on just because I just don't want to have too much noise on here. Okay, so I'm actually kind of at a disadvantage just because he's playing arts and culture cards in an arts and culture arena. So he's might have the lead here. There we go. Yep. So it's based off a point system, basically. You have energy, kind of like in Hearthstone and Mana and Magic the Gathering, or energy cards from Pokemon. And you have power. So you try to make the best combos to use as many cards as you can to rack up the largest amount of points. So see, the pink goes from 235 272, so this is obviously the better combo. Sure, it depleted my energy, but the Tourney rules only deplete you to 14, so it's not like that matters anyways in this case to me. And one thing you'll notice about these decks and what I like about it the most is that you only have 18 cards in a set, in a deck. So in my strategy, right, this one right here is the strategy for this card. It says when returned to your deck, give this card 100 power for the rest of the game. Now, if I keep rotating my cards here and I drag out this game, the longer I drag out this game, the more power I will get in the long term from cards like the Flying Cloud and a previous card I used that does the same thing called Congo. It gets 50 power every time it comes back around. And, you know, you just use some simple math, you know, so there's 3 turns per round. I lost the last round, that's okay. And I'm putting down 3 cards per turn. So every, oh look, he's got that same idea too. Every 5 to 6 turns, I should see Flying Cloud return as long as I keep stacking those 3 cards. That's my strategy. So this card right here is pretty useful as well. So that's why every single turn I want to use 3 cards at all times, even if it means using all my energy. Halloween Crab is awesome because every time I win a round, it gives me a passive 30 attack, if that's what we're calling it. Gives me a passive 30 attack if I win, and then the energy cost of it went down significantly. This one might be tricky. I guess I'm gonna have to use the Ocean Wave. Yep, I'm just gonna go for it. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice so that Oceanic White Tip. It's not the most powerful card, but right now, as you can see, the next round is gonna be Oceans, and Sharks get an extra buff. That's this week's bonus. So album bonus and then Shark bonus. But I sacrificed it just because I want to keep those 3 cards rolling, and it pays off. You see, here I have his Congo, the other one that keeps mounting power every turn, and now it's at 125. Sure, why not? I typically don't give away the Thrasher Shark. I'll see that guy's the right idea with Congo up there as well, but his has 55. That's the first time you roll it out. Again, pays off. Now I got Flying Cloud back with 100 power, and now that I'm going to use it this turn, it's going to come back with 200. So that means if we drag this out to the last round on Paleontology, this Flying Clouds will have 200, which pretty much means I'm going to win that round. I am destroying this round, but I'm not going to let up with the cards. Like this is a little tricky. I don't like giving away Day Octopus. He's one of my most best cards for this deck right now, just because as you can see, for 4 energy doing 156 is very, very good, and that's partially due because it's an ocean round and also because of his ability, and I can go more in depth on my deck in the next video. For now, I'm just kind of going with the flow. Okay, that ends next turn. That sucked. Okay, I think I'm gonna lose this round, but yep. Definitely took a big blow there. So one of his cards subtracted my cards by 49 power. Then his Hammerhead Shark subtracted 10. So I only did 89 damage, which was pretty weak. I don't think I will be winning this round. Best out of 3. If we win, if I lose, I don't mind because of the flying cloud. The ship will be in paleontology, which secures me 200 damage, which is really good. But I still won this round with a passive 30. So now that gives me a reason to try a bit or not, because I think I'm gonna bait him just a bit. This could win me the game, but if I don't, just because of this oceanic white tip, I don't mind. Okay, minus 15. And you can do the math. I did not win this round by 2 points. Sometimes it's that close. If I just put Congo there, that would have been an instant win. But seeing that I didn't, I'm still securing my win because I have Congo here with 165 damage and power. And next round, I should be getting the flying cloud. And you can see, even though he does minus 10, look how much more damage I'm going to do. 150 is pretty good. Makes me feel pretty confident. And there we go. There it is. And it's got a 26 power boost. So Flying Cloud is something I'd recommend to have in your deck if you can do kind of similar to what I do and are still powerful enough to drag out the match. And just like that, 473 damage. I seriously doubt he will win this. Just gonna let him know. Good luck. Let's drag on the suspense. Let's make sure the turn ends. See who wins. That's it. That's the game. I know he's still adding up, but it's not enough. By a landslide. Okay, part of me assumed that was the last round, just because of how much damage I did there. But that was just me getting too excited. I'm pretty sure I'm still in the clear. That castle 215. Yep. But no. It's a pretty good card for like end game stuff. Good game. There's daily achievements to get through, gems to watch through ads. So a lot of this game is very feasible. And that's just kind of how it works. I think the community's pretty good. A lot of players. What else can you do? There's casual mode, which has a different set of rules. Here are the rules. Here are the stores and packs. You can obviously purchase with real money for gems and cash. You can buy like more higher end deals with gems. So like right here, guarantees a cat. And the one that costs 10 gems for cool cats, 25% of a limited chance for a limited. So this one, 25 is guaranteed, 10 is 25%, and the coins are 10%. So you always want to just figure out what kind of deck you want. These are the options, at least for me right now. The specific ones: carnivores, Chinese folklore, dogs, arts and culture, paleontology, cool cats, Attila the Hun. And then down below here, the radical randomness, veritable variety, marvelous miscellany. I'm sorry if I butchered that. if you're starting out, I would recommend buying these for a good while. But if you end up, winning a lot of extra cash and doing tournaments and stuff, definitely go for the specific ones because they give you limited, whereas these don't. And you're going to want limiteds because limiteds tend to be usually a lot better. And, we might as well go through my deck now. So you're going to see a handful of limiteds in here as well as fusion. Fusion, as the name suggests, you just get a lot of cards that are like in a recipe, and then you make a fusion ingredient. Great White Shark was my first fusion card. This one is pretty powerful, high cost of energy, but its ability is what makes it very useful. It subtracts 100 from any riding the waves, which means like boats. And if I use that against the flying cloud, like the enemy's flying cloud, then he would lose that 100 per round, rendering his ship useless. So let's say the enemy had it and he timed it perfectly when I used it, then I would not have that 200. If he did it right every time, then I would have 0. And that would have been very difficult for me. Here's a limited card, Oceanic Manta Ray. Says if you have a deck that only contains oceans and seas cards, you subtract 6 energy from this. So for 4 energy for 100 power, that's really good. Here's another limited card. This one isn't as powerful, but if you play it at the start of a round, it gives you more energy for next turn, 3 energy. So given how it has a buff from the Sharks arena, it's good. It's a good 50 damage for 2 energy. It's really good, and extra energy. Sorry about that. Then I have another limited. This one's just a rare, but it's still pretty useful because it subtracts 1 energy from all my oceans and seas for a round for 3 turns, or 2, depending on when you pull it. So, pretty useful card. As well as the Queen Angelfish subtracts 4, but for 1 turn. And this one does it by subtracts 1 energy for the whole game every time it's pulled out. So that's another reason why part of my strategies to keep going through those cards, because Congo gets stronger every time I get to it. Flying Cloud can. Crystal Jelly subtracts every time. Oceanic Manta gets cheap after my first use. And this Dusky Dolphin increases energy until played by 2. So anytime I pull the Dusky Dolphin, I want to play him as soon as possible. Atlantis also subtracts itself by 7 after it's played. It's a mythic card. I think it's like my second mythic card. They're really hard to get. So that one was a nice addition. Day Octopus. As I mentioned, I liked him because he gains 65 power with 8 or more Oceans and Seas cards. Given how my deck is all Oceans and Seas, that's not a problem. It's free 65 power. And then he gets subtracted. So, yeah, a lot of these become more powerful with every turn that they come back, such as the Blue Shark. This one's just a regular rare. Gains 20 energy for every time it comes back around. It increases by 1 energy, but I have the Nurse Shark to reduce that. And obviously the ones I mentioned before, Crystal Jelly, Ocean Queenfish, and my Boxer Crab. So you saw how much damage I could do near the end. Which is pretty nice. I think I'm going to leave this video for here right now, you guys. I'll leave this link down below, but here's my referral link. If you guys are thinking about getting this game, do consider using my referral link, as we will both get prizes. I'm currently going to reach my 3rd referral, which gets me, I have Providence Avatar, where, as you guys saw, I had the Great White Shark, some free coins, some free gems, and if you guys use this referral link, it'll count as your first referral, so you will also get 100 gems and 5,000 coins to start you off. So if you guys are interested in this game, please use this referral code. I will have it in the link below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you want to see more. Bye-bye for now.